Okay, first of all, when I was playing the DLC for Masha, I was like, okay, we still need to see N actually destroy the city. So this was the event that M got really mad about in Xenoblade 3. She was like, okay, really, you destroyed everything we've made, it's gone. You took it all away, so you dare talk about your feelings of loss? This has to be the event that was the biggest catalyst for that. And that was, there was an Ouroboros at the time. I always wondered what would happen to an Ouroboros that was living at the current time. He's like going nuclear though right now, which is kind of insane to really look at and think about it. I always wondered, because I mean, there's actually been some really strong parallels for Xenoblade and 3, at least in my opinion, with Star Wars and Avatar. Star Wars with the Chosen Ones and Destiny, but also, especially in Chapter 4, I got a whole lot of like Star Wars vibes, infiltrating a big place. There's a big weapon you need to destroy that can wipe out the entire worlds if they wanted to. You know, the similarity between that and Star Wars was always big for me, and Avatar as well. So I always thought, what if it's like the future? If when an Ouroboros dies, what happens to the essence of Ouroboros? Because there can only be 6 Ouroboros at a time. So when there's 6 Ouroboros at a time, what happens when one dies? Does it transfer on to another person, maybe that's nearby, or does it like go to someone really young, like or someone being born, like the spirit of the Avatar does, or does it go back to one of the Ouroboros stones? But apparently there's many Ouroboros stones, because I remember Van Damme having a hard time finding the one that we see at the beginning of Xenoblade 3 in Chapter 1, because I remember them mentioning multiple of them. I may have listened to that wrong, but I'm pretty sure there are multiple of them. So how does that work if there's only 6 Ouroboros at one time? Maybe the essence of Ouroboros inside the Ouroboros stones only exists in one stone at a time, and once a stone is used, it goes to another stone. I don't know how Nia designed that, but let's see. Something I wanted to say about this. Listen to this music. Bro, this is so picking up from Future Connected's musical vibe. Listen to that. Because Future Connected had that really strong, like almost like action-y jazz with the piano and everything like that, especially how they remixed the Time to Fight for the Bionis Shoulder and this, but it also gives you like Torna vibe. A Bionis Shoulder's A Time to Fight, it had lighter pianos with a lot of flutes. Torna's was like this too, but it was like really heavy, more sharply tuned keys. So that's why it sounds like a mix of Time to Fight Bionis Shoulder style and Torna's battle theme style. But look at them. First of all, look at her. Did I see her earrings right? Yeah, you look like you could be Alvis's child. You look like you have the red cord. Bro, we're about to get everything. Everything is about to be like a whole another game. Silver hair, the core of the Trinity processor being red, but it looks almost like it's shattered or fragmented a little bit, but it's still intact completely. It's not like how the cores are treated in Xenoblade 2 when they're shared between the human and the driver. I mean, the driver and the blade. So let's keep it going. I remember she's the founder that was fighting the founder of Ortiz, the one that so many people before the first Wave 4 trailer thought was Shulk because of, you know, the pants, the outfit, and then the goggles on his head. It looks like a lot like Shulk's starting outfits. People thought it was him, but we got a line real quick. A Kavesi and an Agnian soldiers that were fighting, and then Ouroboros stopped them. And they both were born in the cycle, but they both eventually ended up being able to live to 80 years, and then nobody knew how. But look at her, look at her chest. Why do you have this? An Aegis core crystal. What exactly are we dealing with as far as this Trinity processor go? This almost reminds you like an Offseer outfit with the way the straps go around her neck like that from like the armpits. I don't know, but I didn't even realize this the first time. What you got going on there? You definitely look like the epitome of Shulk's child. I don't know who you had a child with. I don't know. I mean, it was probably Fiora. I'm going with the idea that this could be Shulk and Fiora's child, assuming Fiora is in this reality. He does have Shulk's goggles, so Shulk was rocking those goggles in Xenoblade 1, or at least it was part of one of his starting accessories you get in the game. But look at my boy. Look at him. You cannot just say that Rex is the only one that grew up and had a glow up and looks like a different person, but he still looks like Shulk, but he looks grown. I mean, he was already an adult, but now he looks seasoned and grown and grizzly, and it's actually hilarious and also making me so happy to see. Oh, we're about to get so much from this game, and it's in a week, bro. I'm assuming this is post the events of them fighting Alvis, because in that trailer that we saw, the very first one, Shulk still had both of his hands, because we see him holding Monado replica in his right hand, which is the one he loses, and we saw Rex with both of his eyes. So this is probably post that fight. And there is something else that I noticed about that later too. Also, Rex still looks like he's wearing almost like a salvager outfit with the big open like collar like that. It looks like he can fit a helmet right on that bad boy. That's what it looks like to me. Some new stylization to it, some new drip. Look at this artwork, Future Redeemed, bro. It literally took me a while to really understand how people like had something so against Future Connected. I guess they feel like it was so unnecessary, but I always liked Future Connected. One, because it did so much for Melia, but two, it always had this looming intensity that made me feel like there's something more that they're going to do with this, and I always believed that. And the entirety of what Xenoblade 3 is proved that, but also there was so much more with this Wave 4 DLC. Matthew Vandam, because we saw it in the gameplay card earlier on, but her sword looks kind of like, actually no, it looks like Lucky 7, but also like the Monado, a Monado stylization, but also Lucky 7's handle. What type of outfit is she wearing? It almost looks like an M's outfit. I see y'all in the background over there. Look at y'all with your capes and your cloaks and your high sleeves and heavy boots. Y'all are fitted out over there, bro. I cannot wait. You are the one we saw earlier. You might be an officer, you might not be, but you have almost like an Empress staff. That's what it looks like to me. Moving on, man, because someone to go through. What is that? That weapon?
Can't be a blade.
Be a blade. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. We saw these on the statues. How the fountain, like in Agni and Kavesi founder, were fighting, and then they were stopped by Ouroboros. We actually get to see that happen entirely. It was Matthew that stops it. You want to scrap? You scrap with me. See, look at this. Look at her earring. She has the third quarter Trinity processor earring right here. What exactly are you? Or maybe depending on how this is exactly going to go, maybe after Alvis is summoning to the world and all the code of both worlds gets imbued inside their own quote unquote core crystals or data crystals. What is how all the people of this world are able to be given similar traits and aspects of people that we really know from Xenoblade 1 and 2. Maybe this is what Alvis's data culminates in a new person that also has a core of the Trinity processor on her. Look at the sword she has. Not even Lucky 7. It almost looks like a Faust, but also it has the glass pane in the middle with the layers that show Monado arts. And she looks raw. She looks cool, bro. We about to get a completely new game in a week. No, this is definitely Numa's core crystal. Wait, who are you? You look more like Charla with the darker skin, the jet black hair. I don't know, but you look more like maybe Charlotte's data made into a new person. We see a lot more similarities. What do you want to do? Show. Look at my boy. Can I just say, look at my boy again. Hey, say it. Let's go. They had to put the pose there. I like your attitude, kiddo. Hey, look at this first of all. Okay, now we get to see your name, Matthew. So you're just A. Okay. Nicole, Glimmer, Shulk, and Rex, bro. We get to have Shulk. Oh, we get to see their class too. Okay, so Shulk, a defender. Hey, I love playing the defender class, so I'm down for that. Rex is an attacker, which is really nice. Glimmer's a healer. A is also a healer. Hey, take a look at this. Nicole and Shulk, both defenders. It's not an Ouroboros attack right here, because normally this panel will be used for activating your Ouroboros forms. You could choose which two you want to activate, but this just gives you another art. Oh, is that a Fog Beast? Oh, I'm glad I stopped. Oh, so you are getting the Fog Beast show. Please let me get, actually, I don't even care if we get the same Fog Beast battle theme, because that'll be such an amazing callback. I don't care if we get the same Fog Beast battle, but maybe can I get the original and a remix to it? Maybe original version for enemies we've seen, but also a new version for new enemies that are fog based, maybe something.
With or without Mobius, nothing will change.
With or without Mobius, nothing would change.
In
In the end, people always kill people. Now look at that core crystal. We get to see the Trinity process right here. I know this isn't a flashback, because it's about to be a whole new scene right here.
A gift from Alvis, she called it.
Gift from Alvis, she called it. But what? The Liberator's base of operations. Hey, we get to see some of the ion cannons that would shoot up and destroy the scrap in Xenoblade 1.
Is this how badly you wish to erase?
This was the most interesting thing. Zed is here too, stepping out, getting onto the scene, partnered with Shulk and Rex. Okay, Zed, can we fight with Zed similar to how we started being able to fight with Jin in Xenoblade 2? That would actually be epic. Because personally, I'm a Zed fan. I'm a Zed fan. I'll admit it. Of course, he may not be the greatest villain in Xenoblade like history or anything like that, but I still think he's good. He's not even my favorite in 3. I still think he's definitely a good villain. I think Mobius overall as a villain group / core opposition leaves so much for both interpretation and both service level quality and also very deep and heart-wrenching quality, like we see with Mobius S, Shania, like we see with Mobius J, Yorn, like we see with D, but he's more straight up incredibly villainous metal face type beat. Of course, N&M, incredible, but also some more service level ones, more like X, Y, and Z. I still want to see more from X, Y, and Z. Still says nothing. Bro, he's fighting N with just his bare hands. And N's using Lucky 7. That's incredible. You don't see N like scrapping like that much, but he's just he's fighting Lucky 7 with his gauntlets. Yeah, there we go. The handle does almost look similar to like the Lucky 7 pattern. It has the Monado arch like plate in here. This definitely looks like Prison Island. I mean, look at that. We have the sword in the distance too. Now this is definitely Ionios' Prison Island. Absolutely. That's Rex and I forget her name, but she's the Rhodes girl. So they're all just jumping in right here, bro. But still, I wonder who the real founders of Cassini and House Reed are, because as we know, Shulk and Rex weren't the founders. They were the mentors of those two founders. I wanna see.
Now I'm glad I'm here.
Now I'm glad I'm here.
I can choose for myself.
Cause I can choose for myself. Hey, look, there's Riku. Look at my boy. Well, look at that hand, though. Now, I wonder, how much do you know, Shulk? Do you just, like, not know? Or does he not know, but you know? But look at Riku. That's the Gigapon right there. That's my boy. I love Riku. Riku's, like, unironically my third favorite character of the main cast in Xenoblade 3. It goes Taion, Uni, and then Riku. Unironically, love him.
Always in fantasy land.
Clearly Gormati. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing on that one. That's really interesting, but I'm so glad it's called Future Redeemed too. I need to hear that one more time.
Even having built the perfect world for themselves, humans yet desired the beyond.
My view. Always in fantasy land.
But you always in fantasy land. Oh wait, no, is this actually Nile? There was so much in this trailer, but honestly, I think I've dissected and theorized as much as I can of this. Thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next one.